anyone who knows anything about the professional football league known as NFL, they know how do GMs, front office folks, and coaches approach the season? They break it down in quarters. Us having another game now is going to make that a little goofy, but nonetheless, they still look at it in quarters. 4 games at a time, let's approach it as such. With us being in week 5, that means it's time for our first quarterly assessment.
Wow.
And if anyone out there has some financial experience, you know what happens during financial quarterly assessments.
What happens,
You simply look at whatever it is that you're sitting to analyze, and you ask, are we in the red zone or in the black? So for those that don't know, which obviously wouldn't, this is the first time we're debuting this game live on Fleb, on the Fan Le Batard Show, the fastest growing Fan Le Batard experience out there. Yeah.
So fast.
Yeah. This game is played like such. We're going to rattle off some teams, and then we, with all of our massive amounts of knowledge, are going to decide, is this team firmly in the red zone? In financial terms, red is bad. Or in the black, which, as y'all should all treat it, black is beautiful, black is positive, black is good. All right? So to start off, my man here wants to dig into Sam Darnold. I know he kind of looks like Sam Darnold with that forehead. Nate, are the Vikings in the red or in the black?
Brian, the Minnesota Vikings are so far into the black, I can't even see them if I squint my eyes at them. Sam Darnold is a revelation, and they're only going to get better, folks. Jordan Addison coming online, this Naylor kid, they lost KJ Osborne, but that wide receiving core is deep. And did they actually upgrade their backfield with Aaron Jones? All these weapons, it's crazy. This second chance of quarterback, something that as a kid, I don't remember this ever happening, right? But suddenly Geno Smith comes along. Now we got Baker Mayfield. Now we've got Sam Darnold. And the NFL is a place of now second chances for all these quarterbacks. The Vikings are in the black.
The Vikings are in the black. I agree with you. Until we see otherwise, I gotta agree with you, which sucks because I think Sam Darnold is gonna Sam Darnold it up. But until that happens, ride it. Now I need you to sit with me as we ascertain. Even though the Chiefs wear that red, are they in fact in the red or in the black? Now, I know. Patrick Mahomes ain't playing like the Patrick Mahomes that we know. Patrick Mahomes is also injuring their wide receivers.
Ouch.
And the team is beaten up from the top to the bottom. Travis Kelce, although had a Travis Kelce of old game last week, he's been perpetrating as a star tight end throughout the season. That's not the
masquerading.
There you go, masquerading as a star tight end. Who knows why? I'm not here to do that.
Right, yeah.
But I will say we did report before the season started that they were going to have a planned breakup, and just saying. I'm going to say that with all those things considered, the Chiefs are firmly in the black. They're a profitable company. Think about having all these concerns,
surprising me,
all these complaints, all of these issues with a company only for that company. Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, LLC, incorporated, trademarked, copyrighted, to still be 4-0. Imagine this. You cannot have your foot on the throat of the 2-time back-to-back Super Bowl winning Chiefs and then not be able to kill them. You got to cut their head off. And if you leave that man a chance to ever win, with Xavier Worthy out there showing week by week that, hey, I'm here, you're not going to be able to stop him. And Kareem Hunt, he went from on the couch to in the end zone. Just saying. I'm firmly putting them in the black.
Brian,
now, Nate. Nate. Don't.
Should I go?
No, Nate. I want you to go up to a place up north. Up to a place where
Whoa,
there's
Brian,
tables.
real quick. 10 seconds. The Chiefs are in the red. I think you got to trade high on Patrick Mahomes. He's washed.
No.
If I'm a
We
Chiefs
can't.
fan, I'm wondering who's he going to hurt next week. You got to trade him. Well, the market's high. People are
can't
talking
listen
Devontae
to-
Adams.
no.
You got these young wide receiver people, Rasheed Rice, Xavier Worthy. You get in a fresh young quarterback because it's the biggest advantage in the NFL. Trade Patrick Mahomes. He's washed. If you keep him on the team, who's he going to end up hurting next week? He's probably going to tackle Kareem Hunt.
I'm gonna take him as disrespect.
The rule is you have to agree with anything I say. Okay, we
kind
can't
of
give
game
mixed
is this?
financial. We can't give
No
mixed financial
nuance?
advice. Yes. Okay. What I need you to do is I need you to hop on your minivan. I need you to hop on top of your minivan and surf that bad boy up to upstate New York. And you need to let me know the Buffalo Bills, after dropping a game last week in kind of Buffalo Bills fashion, are the Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen in his hurt hand in the red or in the black?
In the red, exposed, Brian. Who have the Bills played that are any good? I honestly can't remember every team they played. The Dolphins, we know they suck now. The Ravens, everyone's saying they're a good team. They're 2-2. Record doesn't show it, but some close games. The Bills are in the red because guess what? Josh Allen still doesn't have anybody. His wide receivers are dropping a lot of balls. If they can't catch him, it doesn't matter how well Josh throws them. And you know what you saw the first glimmer of, Brian, which the Levitard Show talks about? It seems like Josh Allen has this magical ability to not get hurt. Josh Allen got rocked on Sunday, and the game changed. Josh Allen just learned he can't do it all. There's some big boys you got to get down and get out of the way. Josh Allen and the Bills are in the red, Brian.
Sounds like they got to work on getting some consultants in there to fix things up. Yeah, no, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And I'll bring this up. I'll bring this up. The week before, the Ravens got out to a healthy lead against my Dallas Cowboys, and then Dak fought back and made the game extremely close. I was waiting for that on Josh Allen. Never came. It never came. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Which then,
Brian, when you look at Texas, one of the biggest states, all these teams, but within it, America's team, your team. I touted them at the start of the season. You touted them at the start of the season. Rocky start. Are the Cowboys in the red or in the black?
taking my cowboy hat off and putting on my professor hat. They are in the black, but by a percentile. By 1%. They are dealing with some injuries, some very serious injuries. DeMarcus Lawrence, injury to his foot. Micah Parsons, high ankle sprain. Brandon Cooks just had an infection that's going to have him out for this game against the Steelers. Effectively, Dak Prescott is out there with himself, CeeDee Lamb, and Fergie Ferguson. What I will say is, going forward, if Dak needs to put this team on his back, Dak, who was robbed of an MVP last year, needs to put this team on his back. If he decides, I got to do it because that's all that's out here, I think we see more Dak like we saw at the end of that Ravens game, and less Dak that we saw in the beginning of that Ravens game, where he was trying to get the ball to guys you've never heard of. Focus on CD, focus on Ferg, make plays as you got him, Dak. And I'm not too concerned over the next 4 weeks. They have a bye coming up week 7, which we'll revisit this and maybe do whatever. We'll title that when we get there. But I got him in the black for the first 4 weeks, the first quarter, but by 1%.
Yeah, I mean, week 3, they're already in playoff form, right? Going down big, almost coming back. So, black.
Speaking of black, one of the most promising black quarterbacks out there is a young rookie by the name of Jayden Daniels. Now, Jayden Daniels was being touted, as the beautiful Diana Rossini told us. Some teams were looking at him as the better pick compared to Caleb Williams coming into this draft. Alas, we know what happened, but could it be that this stumbling onto Jayden Daniels, could this wonderful matrimony between him and the chocolate city of Washington, D.C., could this be something that has us looking like Commanders are here to stay? First 4 weeks, though, first quarter, are the Commanders in the red or the black, Nate?
Brian, if I'm looking at my football financial health, I'm seeing these Commanders, which everyone's telling you they're in the black. They're in the red, Brian. This is what this is what Cliff Kingsbury does. He starts out good. Everyone's like, "Oh, Cliff Kingsbury, right?" They're gonna figure it out. Sure. Jaden Daniels here could he set a record? I don't know with his completion percentage, but look at that A-dot. It's at like 6. He's like almost dead last in the league, if not dead last in his average depth of target. Sure, they're winning, but again, who are they playing? The Bengals. Bengals always suck at the start of the year. If this was Bengals into the season, sure, but no. They're in the red, Brian. Sell high. Make your money now. Get off of them.
So you're hitting us with a little bit of a future forecast. Future forecast. They're in the red. Listen, I'm hating, but I kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you. Whenever we see someone tout the percentage numbers of a quarterback, there's not many numbers that are below the rankings of how we represent quarterbacks. Wins, touchdowns to interceptions, yards. Percentage is like down here somewhere. That's like telling me you're an okay person, but you show up on time every day. No, I need you to be awesome while you're here. And I'm afraid that we're going to see him regress a little bit back towards the average. So I'm with you.
Yeah.
You know who I'm not with, though?
Who?
Fly, Eagles, fly. Philadelphia, they haven't been looking the same. And I think they're the perfect capsulation for this game of red or black. I think they're firmly in the red. We've been telling everyone who's listening to the show for a while now. The Eagles have problems. Jalen Hurts, there's something wrong with him. Some people say he has a game or two. No, we have a 27 turnover sample. This boy has had turnovers in 12 games in a row, 27 over the course of the last 2 years. Don't fact check me, just believe me. And when that is what's driving your team, the engine to your team, while also installing a complicated and sometimes confusing offense every year in Kellen Moore, not only are they in the red, but we could be looking at a COO on his way out.
True. And
Now, quickly, I got 3 for you.
3 for
Red or black, you got 10 seconds each. This is the rundown. The Jets, red or black?
red, Brian. They're the Jets. If you ever thought they were black, you should get yourself checked. And Aaron Rodgers has been in the red for a long time, and I've been telling you that.
Does anyone look worse when they're losing than him? Just
Nobody.
Facially, it's bad. The Bengals, red or black?
Black. You trust in Joey B.
Wow. Okay. And lastly, the Dolphins, red or black?
Red, dude. I don't know about you, but the one takeaway that I got from Hard Knocks when they showed the Dolphins is I was like, this McDaniels guy kind of comes across fraudulent, and he looks
Even
that way.
Even the show that brings us together is starting to turn on him.